So my name is Liam Koch, and this is Ashley Nassi, and we will be presenting our business proposal for Phillips 66. So a little bit about our project. Our purpose was to identify part of the Phillips 66 business model that we thought they could improve upon. So some things we looked at. So the market for clean and renewable energy is continuing to grow at a really fast rate. I'm sure you're all aware of that. So renewable power capacity is projected to increase by 13.3% just in 2018, and investment in renewable energy is projected to hit $228.3 billion also in 2018. So that's a pretty big increase, over 10%, and increase to 228 billion. That's a lot of investment. And so what we identified was the fact that Phillips 66 is a company that hasn't been investing in clean and renewable energy yet. And so we believe that by not investing in this sector, they're foregoing future growth, and their business model is just unsustainable in the long run, because as oil and gas isn't renewable, eventually it's going to become very scarce. It'll be hard to be in that industry, and also as a country and as a world, honestly, we're moving towards trying to take on clean and renewable energy as the main source of energy, as noted in those stats showing how much it's increasing. So we also thought that this is putting the shareholders' long-term interests at risk if they are going to have trouble in the future by not investing in this, and also the viability of the company as a whole. So this is what we wanted to address. So a little bit about the company, Phillips 66. They're a multinational oil and gas company based in the United States, and their focus is on refining. So that's why you don't really see any gas stations that say Phillips 66. They have subsidiaries that actually have gas stations, but they don't sell the gas themselves. They own the companies, but it's not them. They employ about 14,600 people, which is a huge amount. That was in 2017. So their revenues in 2017 were $102 billion, and their net operating income was $1.8 billion. And they're the fourth largest oil and gas company in the United States by revenue. I went on their website and I found their vision and values, which I figured was pretty analogous with their mission statement, because they didn't have anything that said this was their mission. So their vision and values states, "Our vision is to provide energy and improve lives, and we back that up with core company values of safety, honor, and commitment." So our secondary research topics that we thought were important to the project include Phillips 66 investment information. And so the reason we wanted to look there was to see where they're spending their money, what money they have, the kind of capital that they could invest in a project. We wanted to get information on clean and renewable energy to make sure that this was a viable business move. We also wanted to know projections as to where the market is going. And we also wanted to look at information on other industry leaders and see what they're doing, how they're investing their money compared to Phillips 66. So that could also help inform our suggestions to see, look at this company's doing this, so we think this is what you should do. So some sources we used were sustainability reports from companies. We used Phillips 66's sustainability report, which they actually have a sustainability report because they're doing a lot to reduce emissions and try and be cleaner in all their processes and help out the environment, but they're not investing in clean and renewable energy yet. They have a lot of other sustainability efforts, but not that. We also looked at Exxon, Valero, and Chevron sustainability reports, because those are industry leaders in United States oil and gas, to look at what they're doing. We looked at financial reports from Phillips 66 and those other companies as well, to see, like I said before, where the money's going, what money they have, and reports on energy trends, so that we would know what the deal is with the market for clean and renewable energy. And so now I'm going to hand it over to Ashley.
So based on the secondary research that Liam went over, we found some findings based on that. We found that the clean energy market is growing as a result of increasing demand from government and consumers looking for more sustainable energies. We also found that the related costs related into renewable energy are decreasing, which is making the market grow. And it's advantageous for a company to invest in renewable energy because of this growth. We also found, based on the financial statements for Phillips 66, that they invested $173 million in capital in the third quarter of 2018. And so we found that they do have the capital for other investments. And we also found that, based on our research, some of the more scientific research, that Southwest United States is a very good location for clean energy, specifically solar and wind. And with Phillips 66 based in Texas, that's a positive. We also found that some of the sources showed that other companies are investing in renewable energies for their production processes. So we thought that was something important to note. And then we'll look at these graphs. This shows that renewable energies in the next approximately 20 years are going to grow by about 7%. And if you account for a carbon constraint being implemented, it could grow up to almost 10%, compared to oil and gas growing at just below 2%, maybe closer to 3%. So this is a key indicator that renewable energies are a growing market for the future and currently. So based on these findings, we recommend that Phillips 66 takes a market share of renewable energies and invests in operations immediately. We also recommend that for these implementations, it should be in West Texas, because how the research said that that's a good place based on the conditions. They should also have an executive that's ahead of these operations to get this moving quickly and to move forward this initiative. Some secondary recommendations that if they don't want to take that big step to immediate operations, they could invest in other companies that are running like clean energy operations to get a stake in the growth of that sector. Another option they have is to use renewable energies for their production processes to reduce their carbon footprint and just overall improve their company. So today we covered that Phillips 66 is a oil and gas company that lacks an investment in renewable energies, and we also saw that they can invest in renewable energy through either operations, investment in other companies, or using renewable energies for their processes. And our key recommendation is to begin operations immediately. So does anyone have any questions?
Well, I'll wait till everybody else